Hey all, welcome back to Amped 2. I'm Insetic. Hold on. And with me is Blank Tester.
Hey kids, how's it going?
And Zindictive.
Moving out of the way of the mic to breathe.
Whoa.
Yeah. Or clear my throat or whatever. We're headed to the last main level. We're headed back to Laax. And this is going to have, some crazy challenges, some
My
crazy
wife and I
scores
just bought Laax
Yeah.
at the grocery store.
It definitely
some
sounds
bagels
like
and
it definitely sounds like Insetic's voice is starting to relax for sure.
Ooh, that was
I need a
Yeah.
cough drop or whatever.
a Laax.
Yes.
I'm sorry
All
I
right,
said
while we
that.
check out this first drop point, I don't know, any crazy stories or whatever?
No.
Nah, I'm not really
All right.
thinking of any.
I mean, we were talking about Concord
Oh yeah.
before the call, just about that. At time of recording, it was officially dead today, I guess. Although it was basically dead before, but it's like officially dead now.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking, it's really strange. It's just really strange how the games industry has changed, and like how, as an industry, like things like this can happen.
It's funny to me. It's like it's changed, but at the same time, it's still stagnating. Like
Yeah, it's changed from what it was like 15 years ago or 20 years ago, whatever I'm nostalgically thinking of. But like today, it feels very stagnant, like where it is.
Yeah, it's basically like technology's been changing, everything about how games advance has changed, but it's like the mindset of publishers and such has not changed in like decades.
I think it'll catch up though. I think, the indie games have really started to come back again. Like they go through booms and then like it becomes all about the AAA publishers again, and then the indie games come again. It kind of comes and goes. So, I don't know. Hopefully, I mean, hopefully people are just having fun with their games, right? Like, the thing I don't like is when a game becomes a chore.
Yeah.
Like, this is what I don't like about most live service games. Even games that I do enjoy, like, can feel like a chore if you make it too much of, like, a requirement for me to do X, Y, and Z when I play.
Yeah, it's just like you're playing the game to have fun. You're not playing the game to work a job.
Yeah. Although, I mean, I guess some games are, I just hope other people get to have the games they want.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because, like, there's lots of games that are like jobs that, like those simulator games that aren't really my thing, but I can definitely see why someone else is into it, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Sorry, is that a photo dude right at the end?
Yeah.
Yes, that's
Right at the-
What are
at
you
the
supposed
end
to do
where-
with that?
I don't know.
If you are doing, like, a trick and, like, a big old, like, line and you're butter into his area, will all of that count? Or will it just, like, only count the points you did in that area?
I think the butter would count, but not like
the
the
stuff
air
before.
trick that you did right before.
Yeah.
To get
only the butter would
interesting.
count.
Yeah, wow, that
But,
sucks. I don't know what the fuck.
Check this out, I'm finally putting points into Switch.
Jesus.
I was actually not going to at first, but I played around with the final event and
crap.
noticed
Soggen
that-
Yawn?
yeah, so we're here at Laax, which I didn't check with the other, real life mountain ranges like, Millicent, Bear Mountain, etc. But I know because Laax was also in Amped 3 and also was in Stoked that this is, Kropsolnjon is one of the main lifts at the actual Laax Mountain, and this building over to the left is the actual, like, hotel or entertainment place that they put up at the top of that lift.
That's so cool.
Yeah. That's some pretty cool crap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where is this place?
Switzerland, I think. You can, look it up.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what language I thought they spoke French there.
Swiss?
I don't know.
Swiss and
Okay.
Switzerland?
Yeah, I don't know. Someone
I'll
will tell
lock
us.
the monkey up tonight, yeah.
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 But yeah, I definitely didn't do my research in again the other mountain ranges. Like you remember when we did Amped 3 and I was all like, now here's the trail map of the actual North Star and here's the drop points or whatever. And
Yeah.
it would have been interesting to see like, oh yeah, Millicent in what, Salt Lake City or New Salt Lake City or so, like, hey, here's the drop points for that or if they did that.
Yeah, I'd be willing to bet that it's not that similar to real life. Just based on the way these like maps are laid out, it doesn't really feel like, I don't know, these feel like video game levels to me. Maybe the mountains really are just like this though. I guess I don't know. But the other thing I would say is that like the mountains have probably changed in the years since this game came out. So you would also need to be looking for like an older map, I think.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I just remember that, like, at Snowbird, you know, we could look up, like, the Wilbur Ridge, and, you know, major, where they obviously video gamified the levels, but
if these are real places, I wonder if they took real photographs for those skyboxes.
I feel like either they got photographs or they,
because I feel like that may be drawn.
Up.
Like drawn at a high level of detail and far enough away that it's like, it just looks nice.
Also, see you murdered a guy?
Yeah.
Yeah. The return of the murder.
Yeah, I remember
Return of the murder.
Years ago, there was a point where I was trying to catalog how many times you'd murdered anybody. So I watched through all your videos and found all the times you just ran people over, tried to categorize them by like severity, likelihood of death, and stuff.
Yeah,
and it got to be too much, and I gave up.
I think someone else then tried to like take over your spot in regards to that one,
Oh,
and I don't know if that kept going.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah, I don't know if we ever saw results for that. I remember that one of the games that added a lot of murder was like Downhill Domination, and honestly, you know, if I'm really hard up for stuff, that could be a good re-LP, considering it was so early on. That, you know, so I could really add to the murder count again.
Yeah,
you know,
100%.
I could throw water bottles at the other riders and destroy them time after time again.
Stick in their spokes, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, ride on lava all over again. The good old days.
Imagine if somebody like they were riding up next. You're in a bike race. And they ride up next to you and they're like, haha, fuck you. And they pull out a stick and you're like, oh no, they're going to stick it in my spokes. And they stick it in their own spokes. And then just like fly off their bike. And you're like, oh my god, did that guy just kill himself?
It's like that comic.
But you have to win the race. You know,
And then you find out, nah, he's rolling down to the finish line with his own body.
Rank
fucking
8th.
Yeah.
They actually put the letters in there.
Yeah, for 9th and 8th. And then I think that Ken they were talking about, I think, was Ken Block. Rest in peace. Yeah.
Man.
Dan from
Dan
4-Star.
Team
Oh my
4-Star.
god.
Holy
We're
shit.
going to be in an
shit.
abridging.
I can't believe it.
Can't believe it. The 4
Is it
stars
Dan
here.
from Team 4-Star? Isn't he the dude who did Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge?
Yeah,
Isn't
exactly.
the little Karibo Dan? Can't believe it.
God
I'm so
damn.
excited. The return of True Bloods.
Yeah.
Exactly. We're providing background footage for
Yeah.
the long-awaited next abridging or whatever.
Amazing. All we have to do is just do a bunch of grinds while he goes,
Check it out. Like, this one is interesting because this guy, like, the bar does not decay, like, at all.
Oh, yeah, he's pumped. He doesn't care.
Like, I'm gonna ride, and it's like, sometimes in these, the bar decays really fast, and sometimes in these, the bar decays, well, like, really slowly, or, like, not at all.
Yeah, I guess this guy is just, like, he's just glad you did it at all.
Yeah.
When he gets amped, he stays amped.
Yeah, he's just got a good sport. He's like, I got my fill. I hope everybody else gets to see something cool.
Yeah.
So,
I
someone
didn't know
pointed this
about
out in the
that.
Laax 1 video. Does that building at the end still look like an insane asylum?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, a
Do
little.
you? Yeah, you're
I think
riding to check
looks
yourself
more like
in
that
to-
when the it looks more like that when the I don't know when the sky is darker. I don't know if that happens.
Yeah,
at all.
back in Laax 1 rather than...
Yeah.
Oh, but the amped crew themselves.
Holy shit.
Is that
They want
us?
style. It's the people
You know what?
behind
It
the
is
game.
us. Do style.
Developers.
Yeah.
Do style, past
Sick.
synthetic. More.
Sick.
I feel so about this.
Oh, I'm
I'm
bored.
Tease it up.
bored. I'm bored.
Come on!
Come
Give
on,
me some
do it.
style!
All right, I feel kind of
Uh,
so
I'm
about
so
that.
I'm
sorry.
kind of
Okay.
there.
Yeah.
We're not doing that the whole time.
But it says it's the amped crew.
Yeah.
That's the name of the Discord group.
Okay,
Right.
now it's nice. Now it's nice.
This is pretty nice.
Yeah.
69. So sorry.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Oh,
Now
Jesus
that
Christ.
was nice. That was
See,
nice.
I was able to. I
That
was
was
able to
nice.
crash, and they didn't care somehow.
Well,
Yeah, that was real nice. He literally
I
nearly
mean-
killed himself.
cool.
Yeah, you're just stomping it and styling it. Again, back in the Own the Mountain, probably the hardest trick challenge in the game is to stomp 5 landings in one run, and I didn't go after that as like a specific run, but you saw me again do what I talked about before, like back in Millicent, where I was doing those short jumps off of like a small elevation change and just doing a corkscrew rodeo and, you know, coming around and trying to land. But oh my god, we got the lead spot in Amped 3
Oh my god.
Congrats.
As if we didn't.
for styling so hard.
That's
All right,
pretty
now
fun.
we're on to the photo shoots, which is a total mixed bag of weird. This is
Oh,
the
I
photo shoot that
remember
Turo
this.
was talking about, where it's like an alien did this half pipe line, because all the jumps on the right, all the jumps on the
Oh.
right of it, like you have to almost come back inward a little bit.
They're
and
really short on the
Yeah.
right.
I
short on the right,
remember
and they're
this.
really long on the left. Like,
Yeah.
this isn't going back and forth just normally. This is really short on the right and then really long on the left.
That's
Yeah.
so weird.
Like, it's so... They're being so specific and precise, but it's like
Huh.
they didn't realize how these ramps actually work, and it's so hard to actually get the speed that the game wants without
How do you think
overdoing
they
it.
did this? I mean, I always thought that the way they did this was like somebody did a real run and then it like recorded the run and they just chose the number of points along the run to do. That's how I always thought it was. But I guess maybe they could just be manually placed rings.
Yeah,
Meanwhile,
it almost
again, the-
makes more sense.
Yeah. Meanwhile, again, the point value was stupid easy. Just do a few
Super
spins
low.
and you're good. Yeah.
Hey, are you noticing that we're not going any lower than rank 8?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's because you have to actually get to the final event in the game and beat it to go from
Oh.
rank 8 to rank 1.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Okay.
the final event 4 only opens up at rank 8, and so that's really the only way to... It's like they went for the previous photo shoot and stole rings from this one, because this one I think doesn't have enough rings. As you see,
Yeah,
it,
what
like,
the fuck?
kind of sends you some like sort of blind jumps.
Yeah,
at
right
least,
into a
the
blind
first and
free
the third
range,
ones.
Yeah. These are some awkward ring challenges, I will say.
Yeah, and then on
It
this
is
third
pretty
jump,
cool,
you
though.
always want to go a little more right than you think you do.
I think it
Into the
is
air.
pretty cool. Like once you get the line though, it does look nice.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, you're not gonna be able to do it on your first try, which is if that's your definition of bullshit, then it's bullshit. But you know,
Oh,
maybe
we
it's
got some
not
real
total
bullshit coming
yeah,
up.
right? Like,
Oh no.
Yeah, so
Robot.
photo
Oh,
shoot 3.
yeah.
This was insane. I don't know what they were thinking with this. There's going to be so many points
can
of
you say
failure
that again?
along the
But
way.
like AVGN.
Sorry, what?
Like what? Can you say that again? But like AVGN. Like what were they
this-
thinking?
This is bullshit.
Yeah.
It's like
is a
a shit
shitload
in
of
a
fuck.
piss fart. There you go.
Yeah.
Shitload of fuck. All
know,
right, we
people
right
want
up
it
the
to be
tiniest
so-
ramp in the world.
Wow.
why do I have to be so skinny?
And you're not supposed to grind that whole rail, because even if you get up to the top, you never have enough speed. I think you're supposed to grind just enough to align yourself
Like
and
just
then
kiss
jump
the
off.
rail.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
that's the only way to keep enough speed, as you see here, for actually jumping onto the rail afterwards.
And then I remember this bit where you had a lot of struggling on being able to transfer from one rail to the other.
Oh,
Yeah. All right, we're
thought
done
that
with
was
the
gonna be the
failures. Now we
easiest.
got the actual one, I think.
I thought that'd be the easy part.
Well, it's kind of like you're always gonna look like you over jump from rail 1 to 2.
Yeah.
But you will pick it up if you jump off at the very end. Like, yeah. So I was originally kind of going like, okay, yeah, jump once in the middle of these to kind of reset your balance. But I don't know if that was actually helpful or not. Then, meanwhile, on this final rail, you really want to do a straight grind. So again, hold up or down to do a nose press or a 5-0.
Yeah, it very much
And
has
align
the same.
yourself.
It has the same kind of logic as the Dave Mirror 2 rail challenge from the first level, where it's like they want you to jump in a certain way to transfer from one rail to the other. And I understand that, and I'm okay with that second half. It's the first half that it's just like, I look at it, and it's like, what what decisions were you going for where you're like, let's have this super skinny ramp and then have you jump off the rail you're going for instead of just grind it normally like anyone would? It's just...
Meanwhile, this Pro is really actually hard, like really hard for a Pro 1. That first jump, I barely got the points, and I usually don't. I wonder if you are mainly supposed to like do a cork or rodeo and then like a double trigger tweak, because I think those maybe do a little bit more than the single trigger tweaks. But then especially here, this red is like really hard to get the points for somehow.
I think they
And
want you
then-
to grind, but it's like, after that...
No, the red does not give you enough time to align yourself up for this green here.
Yeah.
So, again, I went for both and missed both when I maybe should have just gone for one or the other. And I'm kind of in the hole here. Luckily, here is like you can just lip
Nice.
stall for it, and then it's... I mean, it's still hard, but after this, it becomes more kind of a standard, like, this is an air trick, you know, so do
Yeah.
your standard air trick. Or here, where it's like, okay, just do something and grind, do a combo, and then another standard air trick to finish it off.
Yeah. I will say, I think with us being at Laax, I think we're finally at the point where the game challenges start getting more rough. Like, the ideas behind them not only are questionable, but are really difficult to really figure out what they're expecting of you to pull off with the pros and such.
I think
Yeah,
I actually disagree. I think it's more like they expect you to be so good at this point that they're just gonna throw something at you that looks cool, like conceptually, it's just a cool line, and it's just really hard to execute. And they're just gonna
like,
say, "Fuck you if you don't do it."
Like, look at this shit.
I've never passed that first jump. I wonder if
Holy
you're supposed
shit.
to be in Switch and do a Switch
Yeah,
cork
okay,
rodeo.
maybe not.
It literally reminds me of that moment where you would have like two rings on a fucking rooftop, and it's like they're so close together, it's like, how are you supposed to do both of them?
Yeah, which you've seen across this playthrough, me slowing down a lot more to, you know, be able to give each ring its own fair shot rather than just going, fuck it, one or the other.
Yeah.
But, again, I
Maybe
wonder
that's
if,
part
like,
of it. Yeah,
yeah, maybe that is
like
part
they're
of it.
just they want you to make decisions like that. You know? Which you have made decisions like that and succeeded, right? Like
Yeah.
it's not like it penalizes you for any misses up till the last one.
I was buttering, and then I realized that I'd gotten enough points,
Yeah.
so I didn't really go for a
A big
sick jump there at the end.
yeah. You did.
But I was just showing that you could if you really did need to.
My God, Switch.
But yeah, Laax full is definitely probably full of the most bullshit. Just across what we've seen, and then of course one more mountain preview.
Imagine if
Which
this
again,
is, how
is
trees
this the
grew.
same as Laax 1? I always forget to go back and check.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it, man.
Not worrying, I'm just asking.
Don't be panicked, my man. Relax.
Panicking!
Laax Valera.
Calm down, everybody. Calm down.
Shakes your
Is that a
fucking
dude
body.
floating? Was that a?
Yeah, that was me floating.
Oh.
Oh.
Which,
You've
why would I
ascended.
be right there?
Yeah. Wait. Did you pause right in the middle of the air or
Oh,
something?
I think I
And it freeze framed you there?
Yeah. I think
That
he descended.
is kind of cool. Do you think that's like an intended thing, or is that just like a glitch?
Why would I be right there, though?
Did you? I mean, you didn't hit pause right when you jumped off.
No,
there,
he's
right?
in here,
No?
so he wouldn't be in the
Yeah,
game
what
at
the
all.
fuck? Why would he be there?
Also, high
Maybe that's just the default place for you. Maybe you're like always hidden on these previews, and we just never noticed.
Yeah.
That'd be
Damn.
cool.
Find the hidden Easter egg and set it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, well, before we go to the final event, we are actually going to do the Pro 3s this time, before the, Event 4.
Oh.
Because you're able to do those before the Event 4, so that's what I'm doing in this playthrough. So yeah, we're gonna do all of that just in one video, back to back to back, and that's gonna be cool. We'll see that next time on Amped 2.